Morning everybody, it's Monday and sitting here in Ludlow, and it's extraordinarily beautiful weather and very, very hot. And I just thought I'd check in and tell you I've just done the most spectacular interview with Suzanne Banks. And if you don't know who she is, first of all, incredibly beautiful, sitting in Bali today in amongst these beautiful willowing palms, and she was telling me about how she creates beautiful perfumes and how she blends for aromatherapy. And I loved it. It just, potentially it might be because I am not a very good interviewer, but these these talks just don't end up the way I expect them to. Even just the questions that I've got written down and prepared, they take us on just a journey that I thought that I kind of maybe was arrogant, thinking that they would always end up where I wanted them to go. But just hearing about how other people use their intuition, how they tap into things, how they organize things, it's so lovely. And Suzanne's talk's really interesting because she talks about how she uses intuition to make fragrances, and she also talks about this amazing book that she's written called Reflections, which is on Amazon. If there are other swats among us that would like to gen up before her lecture, it might be worth getting a copy of Reflections, because from what she says, I haven't seen it yet, but what she says, it's written very simply, and she groups oils into the important aspects of your life. So about health, about determining your purpose, happiness. And she shows, like, these particular oils are the happy oils, these are the spiritual oils, these are the ones that help with purpose, and then how to blend those together. And I love it. I can't wait to sit down with the book and swat up in readiness. And of course, I've already done the lecture, but I can guarantee you when we do it live, I shall be watching it with the rest of you, going through and just, I loved it. I really loved it. I thought it was really interesting. And I'm completely jealous, not only of the fact that she was in Bali, but just wait till you see how beautiful she looks. She looks like the front cover of a magazine. Talk about skin, magnificent skin. So anyway, that's it. But also I thought you might like a little bit of a glance of what's happening in the garden, because, well, it's a bit dry, but check out these monadas. Let me see if I can get it to turn round. 1 second. Look at those. And just, isn't it lovely? Lovely Gloriosa there. And I'm just going to take you down to the herb garden, because the herb garden is looking a little bit parched, but beautiful. So have a look at my chamomiles. My chamomiles are in between everything else too, as physician plants, which the hyssops really like. So pink hyssop, blue hyssop, chamomile, the artemisias. This one's, do you know, I think that's tarragon. I can't be saying for sure. But look at that variegated sage and all its beauty. Oh, hello, butterfly. Lovely colours. And the mints and parsley are doing very well. And just down here, look, a really beautiful double chamomile going over a bit. So it's all good in the garden. And oh, wait a minute, one last thing. We got an interloper that invited itself to stay. Look at that lovely evening primrose. It decided it wanted to live very happily with the St. John's wort. And since I've invited you down the bottom of the garden, as you can see, the whole chandelier's problem's gone a little bit out of hand now. There we go. Aren't we looking pretty? So, yes, this week is a big week, so you'll see lots and lots of me as I'll check in with my thoughts after every interview. And gosh, oh, I'm glad to be under the tree. It's so hot in this country at the moment. The rest of you will be going, oh, what's she talking about? It's only 30 degrees. I'm a wilting flower, guys. How you do it in 40s, 45s, 50s, I've no idea. Anyway, See you soon.